Welcome back, everyone. Today is the day. Welcome to the third annual Tamer's Favorite Bowling Balls of the 2021 and 2022 season. And as I did last year, I will stick with the arsenal creation methodology to talk about my favorites. This way, it makes it a little easier to follow. If you haven't watched the Arsenal Building 101 video that I put out recently, please do go ahead. I think it's crucial to help you understand how I'm going to frame this out. Okay, let's get into the strong control. With the strong control, I'm kind of on the fence with this group in general. In previous years, there was one clear winner for me, and that winner is still available, and that was the Storm Phase 2. So it'll be on this list, but is it still number one? Well, number 5, let's go there, is the 900 Global Zen Master. Again, it's very strong, very much control, but somehow doesn't quite match the shape of the original Zen. And so it's hard to envision it as a complement because the shape is so different. Sometimes I would say it felt too controlled and not enough down lane motion for me, but very big ball overall and definitely fits this category. All right, the number 4 ball in the strong control category is the Motiv Pride. I really wanted to enjoy this, I would say a little more that I finally did, but sometimes it didn't quite fit the slot for me. It fell to number 4 because I found myself still liking the Motiv Rogue Assassin more often, which I still have. And so because I pulled that one, for my bag a little more often, it kind of pushed the Pride a little further back. So ultimately, the Rogue Assassin is a little more predictable for me. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is the Rotor Grip Idol Helios. Again, another ball that clearly fits in this category. The one, I guess, characteristic for me is the ball almost feels to me like how urethane might feel to someone with a 500 RPM rev rate. So it's like my lower rev rate urethane control ball essentially. It's just, again, really controlled, and just like urethane for me, sometimes it doesn't quite get up the hill, so it feels a little slow down lane sometimes. But if I can stay in front of myself, it does look great. And because of that, I would say it's a touch condition specific, which makes it a number 3 for me. So my consideration in terms of when to bring it tends to be depending on which pattern I'm seeing. Okay, so number 2, I think I'm gonna be a little controversial here and put that venerable Storm Phase 2 in the number 2 category, number 2 for this strong control. And this is, I would say, look, it's pretty much a stalwart in this slot. It just plain works. And I would say maybe the things I would pick on it if I had to is it starts out very strong. When you first take it out of the box, it's just huge, like a strong defying ball essentially. It has and because of that, it does have a little bit of an ASIM shape initially. However, after 30 games, it turns into one of the best strong control balls to ever hit the market. So you do need to kind of almost use it up a bit to get it to where it works as what we know as the Phase 2 to fit in a strong control. Once it does, it's sort of like just a smooth, strong control ball, and that's it. But that puts it number 2. So then the question is, what's number 1? Well, I am going to go out on a limb by calling the 900 Global Zen Soul my number 1 strong control ball. I mean, some might hate me for this. I generally like to give balls more time, but it just made such a good first impression. It is, probably in a way very strong to start, similar to the Phase 2, just huge ball and has that strong, but it is clearly that sort of more rounded, boomy, continuous shape that a big symmetric cores have. And it is a very nice complement to the Zen. So it's like a same shape, but with the stronger cover pulls it earlier. So ultimately, I hope I don't regret slotting this as my favorite strong control ball. Like I said, it is a bit stronger out of the box like Phase 2 is, but I have a big warning to it. If it even thinks about not doing the business, then guess what? The phase 2 is waiting in the wings to take its spot back.